Hi everyone, I'm Jamie, and welcome to EPT, English Podcast Topics, the show where we discuss fascinating topics to spark your curiosity and maybe even learn something new along the way. I'm joined by my amazing co-host, Sophia.
Hey everyone, I'm so excited to dive into today's topic. It's going to be a good one.
Absolutely. Today, we're talking about something that's been on everyone's mind lately: AI, or artificial intelligence. But here's the big question: are we ready for the ethical challenges that come with it?
Yeah, we hear so much about AI these days, from self-driving cars to smart assistants in our homes. But what happens when the tech starts making decisions for us? And how do we make sure AI is used ethically?
Exactly. It's a huge conversation, and we're just scratching the surface today. Let's dive in.
So first things first, let's break down what AI actually is. Artificial intelligence refers to machines or software designed to simulate human intelligence.
Right. It's all about creating systems that can learn, reason, and make decisions almost like how we do. It's in things like Siri or chatbots on websites, but it's also much bigger than that.
Definitely. AI can also involve something called machine learning, where the system learns from data. So, over time, it gets smarter and can improve on its own without human intervention. It's like teaching a machine how to think, learn, and even make decisions on its own.
And as we see more AI in our daily lives, we realize how powerful this technology can be. AI can drive cars, recommend music, and even detect medical conditions. But as AI advances, the question is, are we ready for it?
And that's where things get tricky. AI is still evolving, and with it, a whole new set of ethical dilemmas. For example, if AI makes a mistake, who's responsible? The creator? The user?
Exactly. There's a huge gray area when it comes to accountability. Like, if an autonomous car crashes, who's at fault, the company that made it or the person who was supposed to be in control? This dilemma is just one example of the ethical challenges AI presents.
Right. And the big concern is that, unlike human beings, AI doesn't have a moral compass. It only knows what it's programmed to know. If it makes a decision, is it making that decision based on logic? Or is there a hidden bias that we've overlooked?
That's an important point, Sophia. And biases in AI are a real concern. Because AI systems learn from data, they can pick up on human biases from the data they're trained on. For example, facial recognition software has been shown to have higher error rates when identifying people of color.
And this bias in AI can affect major decisions, like who gets hired for a job or who gets approved for a loan. It's not just a small issue, it can have real-world consequences.
That's why ensuring fairness in AI is a huge part of the ethical conversation. We have to ask, how can we make sure AI systems are unbiased and fair? How do we train them to avoid these problems?
Another big issue is the impact of AI on jobs. As AI continues to improve, it's becoming capable of doing things that used to require human workers.
Yeah, we're already seeing it in industries like manufacturing and customer service. Many jobs are being replaced by robots or AI-driven software. But that begs the question, what happens to the people who lose their jobs?
It's a real concern. If AI takes over a lot of jobs, especially lower wage or repetitive ones, what are those workers supposed to do? How do we prepare for that shift?
That's where things get even more complex. We need to think about reskilling workers, providing new opportunities, and ensuring that people aren't left behind. But is AI actually going to help create more jobs, or is it going to cause a major economic disruption?
Some experts argue that AI will create entirely new industries and job roles. But the question is whether the workforce will be prepared for that. It's not just about introducing new technology, it's about how we adapt to it.
That's true. And let's not forget that not all jobs can be easily replaced by machines. There's still a need for human creativity, emotional intelligence, and problem-solving skills. But the big question is, will those skills still be valued as much as they are today?
Another ethical concern is privacy. AI systems collect and process vast amounts of data, everything from our online searches, to our social media activity. But who owns that data?
That's a huge issue. If AI is learning from our data, how do we ensure that data isn't being used in ways we don't agree with? The line between innovation and privacy can be very thin.
Exactly. And once that data is collected, how is it being used? AI systems can predict our behaviors, influence our decisions, and even invade our personal lives.
Yeah, and there's the potential for mass surveillance too. Imagine AI-powered cameras in public spaces that are constantly monitoring you. It sounds like something out of a dystopian novel, but it's becoming more of a reality.
And we've already seen AI used in ways that threaten privacy, from social media algorithms pushing certain content to governments using AI to monitor their citizens. There's a real risk that AI could infringe on personal freedoms.
So, what's the solution? Do we just stop developing AI? Absolutely not. But we need to implement strict privacy laws and regulations to make sure people's personal information is protected.
So looking ahead, what does the future of AI ethics look like? Can we get ahead of these challenges before it's too late?
It's going to take a lot of effort, Sophia. Governments, companies, and experts need to work together to establish rules and guidelines for AI use.
We're already seeing some efforts, like the European Union's regulations on AI, but it's going to be a constant balancing act between innovation and protecting people's rights.
And even with regulation, there's the question of how quickly technology evolves. We're talking about machines that can learn and adapt by themselves, and that's a game changer.
That's true. And it's not just about keeping people safe. It's about making sure AI doesn't unintentionally cause harm. We need to think about things like fairness, transparency, and accountability.
At the end of the day, it's all about making sure AI serves humanity, not the other way around.
I think it's safe to say we're not fully prepared for the ethical challenges of AI yet. But that doesn't mean we can't start working towards it.
Exactly. It's an ongoing conversation that requires a lot of attention, collaboration, and thoughtful decision making.
And we'll be watching closely as these issues continue to unfold. The future of AI is both exciting and uncertain, but if we handle it right, we can shape it for the better.
Well, that's all we have time for today. Thanks so much for joining us on this important discussion.
Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and feel free to suggest any topics you'd like us to explore next. We're always looking for fresh ideas and love hearing what you're interested in.
Thanks so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with anyone who might enjoy the conversation.
We'll see you next time with more exciting discussions. Take care, and remember, your story matters.
Goodbye, everyone.